So I was talking to somebody yesterday about traveling and shit, right? And I said that there's certain categories, or I said there's certain type of guy who wants to travel, right? And he was like, "Well, why you don't, you know, everybody's traveling for sex and stuff." And I had to break it down to him, like, no, but there's certain guys who were suppressed, and I had to break it down to him like a systematic breakdown of what men have to go through and how men are at a standstill to being told that they gotta, you know, do this and do that and do this, and the women get to do whatever they want and say whatever they want, looking whatever how they want to look like. So, um, for another lesson for somebody who want to travel and don't make the mistake Austin Holloman did, you got to know which guy you are, right? Um, and then you have to pursue that goal. So now these are the selection guys that I came up with. You can come up with your own self or own stuff. So one, the man who want to travel, whatever, for this first reason, is a man who didn't get to have the women you wanted in your 15 30s and you want to gain money to have as much fun as you can before getting married. So pretty much is that if you looked around and you did everything that these people did and you didn't get none of the women you want and you only got what's around you, then traveling should be for you before you get married. It's more like a bucket list of it's more like a bucket list, and then you get, you get what you want. It can be dating and fun, whatever. It's up to interpretation. Someone who was let down with the women who liked you, and wanted to get better looking women. So people don't understand that when someone tells them that they have to go to the people that like them, sometimes the women that like a certain particular guy, you don't like them back because they're ugly and they're fat. Like, I will show you the women that like me and I never liked them back. I will show you that after this video. I gotta find it in my screenshots, but I'll show you what certain women try to throw themselves, try to like, I'm gonna show you two mainly, but I wish I had the Facebook, but I don't. But I'm gonna show you that, right? When a guy constantly do the right thing, and all he's being shown is women that he doesn't he repulse that repulse him, then you can't try to tell a guy that he has to buck it up and just date these chicks. Like, it won't really be, it won't turn out right. So the best idea for him to do is to go overseas and get the women he want. That the women he's seen on TV or looked at online or whatever he wants. There should be no point in holding yourself back in a system that tells you you have to limit yourself, because the women are not limited themselves at all. A male version, um, a male version who wants to start off with better looking women and wants to know how to be with good looking women, then to have to date and have sex with ugly women and overweight women first before they get to the better looking women. So it's pretty much saying that it's better for you to start off. It's better for you to start off um It's better for you to start off at the highest level instead of starting off the lower level, because a lot of these when DJ Kuda told guys to get a starter chick, and that's their baby mom, that's what they're like. That's what they're kind of how can I put it? That's what they're kind of hoping, that you get a starter chick and you end up with that woman for the rest of your life, and that woman be your baby mom, or she put you through something. If you never had sex, it's better for you to go overseas and do it. Why? Because all your fuck up and mishaps, it would never come back. Like, I heard a lot of stories about guys' first time, and the women they gave their first to always threw it in their faces. Even the so-called good whack women, or good women in general. And it took these guys a lot to get over that shit. And some of them would like, I ain't fucking no more because I'm not good at it. If you go overseas, you can make mishaps. And you can make mishaps. And nobody won't criticize you, and it won't come back and people blasting your business and all that. So some guys will leave because they never did it here, or they just basically never thought about it until people kept pressing them, and they're like, oh shit, I didn't know that I was this age and I didn't have sex. I wasn't worried about it. Some people are asexual. Some people don't even think about it until somebody tell them. And then people, pressure them into it, and then they get curious. But if you like that, do it overseas. Don't do it here. Someone who had a certain lifestyle and have a certain personality and don't want to change that because it made them money and keep their life drama free and want to get women. So a lot of guys struggle with this. Number 4, they don't want to change into this asshole just to get women. They don't want to turn into this fuckboy in order to get women over here. They don't want to turn into the game dudes. They don't want to turn into none of these guys. The ARCs. None of these guys. So it becomes more like, okay, how they try to maneuver. It's not about you can't get women. It's the fact is, I don't want to sacrifice who I am to get these women and destroy all of what I am that got me to a place where I don't have to be this reckless piece of garbage who has to step on everybody else in order to feel good about himself. And a lot of people find that despicable, right? A lot of people find the going around stomping their feet and making fun of other people and always gotta put people down. They find it despicable. So they don't want to turn into that. They want to be able to just be who they are because it got them to the dance. Some people don't have drama. Some people can go into a room. They didn't have drama. They spin right way. They don't want to. Okay. They don't want to start to get women, and then all this shit start coming into their life, and things start happening. They start losing money, or they get into all this other stuff. They want to stay who they are, and you can't do that over here, because a lot of these people pretty much test you. They test you a lot, and a lot of guys struggle with that. They don't want to turn into the assholes they see every day. So they like, do I want to turn into this asshole, or do I want to sit back and know that I stayed who I am? And if women don't like me, well, they're bad. I don't give a fuck. Right? And like I said before, what was offered you really didn't like what was offered to you, right? So some people have a certain lifestyle. They don't spend a lot of money. They don't have particularly a long period of time to waste with fucking females and shit. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of these motherfuckers, a lot of these people in over here in this country will want you to compromise. And none of these women will ever compromise for you. That's how it is. It's a take, give a little, take, give a little. Society, because it's geared towards women. So, someone who spent 20 years or more building yourself and the money, and you want to enjoy life and add women to it, but don't want the bullshit of dealing with the wrong women. So I think that was MOT. Number 5. He spent a long time building himself. And he didn't want to deal with any of the bullshit that came along with the bullshit that was here. And he left, and he got his wife. Like, there have to be options for different people. You can't just have you can't give the same option to people and be like, oh, we're on the same level. No, nigga, while you was out here getting arrested for pimping and pimping women out and getting arrested and being on the news and shit, that guy was busting his ass. We ain't the same. A lot of guys are missing just one thing. They got the money, they got the mentality, the body, but these women are iffy. Just like the Jonathan Major situation. You can have all the money in the world, and you can have this power, and it can be taken away from you just from one lie from one girl. While a boss bitch or a woman with power, she can beat you up and nobody won't fire her or blacklist her. Nobody ever talks about that women with power is not the same thing with men with power. Like, they won't arrest a woman who beating her husband up or her boyfriend. They'll just be like, okay, he must have did something. Number 6, you want to get married under better laws and better women and be in a better culture that respects men. So basically, your whole goal is to get married. You don't want to you don't want to do all the extracurricular activities. You just want to go straight to the marriage part. And I understand that some men are just marriage-based guys, and they want to just get married, and they don't want to deal with the other shit. So I can respect that. Always wanted to be a player, but not in the best place to be one. So I think number 7 was Austin Holloman. I think that he always wanted to be this player type dude. I think that he never had. I think that he. I can't say that he probably didn't get women. Can't say that. I don't know. But from the outside looking in, if he would have presented himself against, let's say if Austin Holloman was an anti-manosphere type dude, and he was simping towards women, you think that dude would have any problem getting women? I don't know. But I think he always wanted to do what he did when he went overseas. And a lot of guys want to live that fantasy. They want to live that fantasy. They don't want to be limited to one chick right here in this country. They want to be a player. And if that's your goal, I got to say, good luck and watch your back. Because, trying to play some of the women overseas, yeah, some of them are smarter than that. Want to date model looking women just to know what it feels like before they get married. So, um, sometimes guys don't never know. Sometimes men have never, ever, ever been with a beautiful woman. Not once. All the women they had was ugly, fat, average. And some of these guys were disenfranchised from that shit. They did everything they could, and they couldn't get the good looking woman. Or they couldn't get the good looking woman that was like tolerable, right? And they just want that one chick so they can, you know, how can I put it? Hey, that one chick who they know what it's like to wake up, be next to a beautiful woman, or when you it seemed like everything got better when you around when you're looking at this chick. That's how it is like being around when you with somebody who is fucking gorgeous. It makes you forget about everything. That's why some people are dumbfounded and they get set up in other countries though. But it kind of gives you that kind of like, oh wow, like the whole world is like, the world is like, it feels different when you're around this person. Uh, it's kind of like your life lights up when you. It's kind of like your life lights up. Your life was dim, and then you got this chick right next to you, and you like, oh wow, she is so fucking fine, and you want to tear her up as much as you can. You you always ready. You like, woo! You want Ric Flair stuff? Whoa, whoa! It's like you can't keep your hands off her. You can't keep your penis from going inside her. You it's just it's amazing, right? Like I said, some men should witness that at least 3 times before they settle down with some average looking chick. But sometimes you can travel, you might as well settle down with somebody better looking. Um, want to know what it's feel like to like having sex with beautiful women once in your life before you get a wife? It's pretty much the same thing. Um, some guys, like I said, some guys never got to have sex with a beautiful woman at all. And it's very different than having sex with an ugly woman. Um, you don't feel fulfilled when you have sex with an ugly woman. Back in my older days, my younger days, um, when I was on the tip of what you call it, pay for play in the beginning of the years, because I didn't want to do the girlfriend thing in the beginning before I met the chick that I talked about in my videos, my girlfriend, whatever, Japanese chick. um I literally was like just going through the motions sometimes, when it was like, okay, let me pay for this right here, boom, this right here. One thing that I learned, that's what made me kind of stop. One of the reasons why it made me stop is because there was nothing inside. There was nothing. It was no feeling. Like, I would, when you pay a beautiful woman, you feel fulfilled and you like, okay, money well spent. When you sleep with a unattractive woman, you kind of felt like you waste your money, and you felt like you just ate some bad food and you got to shit it up. I mean, I think one time I thought I was going to throw up. Not because the girl was oppressive or nothing, but it was like why the fuck am I doing this? Why am I paying to do this to this unaverage chick? So I can imagine dudes talking about they getting it for free. And that's the reason why these niggas never stop trying to put people down. Because um they're trying to make you have sex with these women so it can make these women be more how can I put it? Mean more. When they can pretty much dictate and tell you, oh yeah, you ugly, yeah, blah blah blah. So that's 9 things. This, most of the some of them, like I said, some you hmm? Okay. Some of the stuff, some of these some of these situations, I think some of these selections, some guys fit into these because they want to, based off what they want to travel for. Um, Most people don't want to go pay for play. Um, but some guys would probably just travel for that. Them probably 10. They don't want to. They don't want to pay outrageous 10. This is 10. They don't want to pay outrageous prices in America and all these other places. They want to pay the bare minimum or a small percent, and they get to have better results overseas. I told somebody, I think what is his name? I want to get his name wrong. Phantom Clutch, about the manga and stuff, right? And I told him that a lot of the Mongol guys, they they put their money in before they go overseas. They're paying this chick's bills from over. They paying this chick's bills while they talking to them in America. So when they get there, they don't have to pay out of pocket no more. The girl is she has gratitude. She's basically uh, gracious for him for putting the money in, and he already like a paid boyfriend. So while he there, she's having fun with him and showing him around and banging him. A system for some of these Mongol dudes. It works for some of these guys. So they're not really playing for play. They'll find a girl on Tinder or something like that over there, and then they're just giving them money, and then they got a girl over there they can just go and smash if they need to. Um, there's a couple guys who got that system. They're like, yeah, man, I got my girl. I got a girl in Dominican Republic. You give her the money, and also it's kind of a safer way to pay some of these chicks because they're not gonna cut off. They're not gonna rob. They're not gonna rob you or let you get robbed because you're a source. And then only if you probably cut that money off or give them an excuse, because I've seen a lot of dudes do that. They give them an excuse and be like, "Yeah, I got no job. I come back and I come back and and talk to you when I do got a job." And then even though they lied, they got out of the situation of paying this chick. Um, Unlike here, you get what you paid for. You don't have to sit back and how can I put it? You don't have to sit back and pay thousands of dollars to somebody you ain't even gonna sleep with. You gonna pay a couple hundred, a couple hundred, and you'll get over there. Or well, you'll get over here, and I mean, you get over there, and you already got your payment put down. It's like that. You got your payment put down, where you know how much money you spend on this chick, and if you over there for a month, you gonna get a month's worth of vagina without paying for it up front like that. You gonna, you paying, to go out and stuff, but other than that, you're not really gonna be paying out your pocket to smash her or nothing. That. And a lot of guys got things set up like that. So man, yeah, these are all of the 10 things people got when they want to travel. I don't know what I'm gonna name this, but I got another video after this, so